We will be live at the Villa Roma Resort in the Catskills on September 5th. WATPlive.com is where you want to go. This is going to be a fantastic show. I believe Lucy Tightbox was just added to the show.
Fantastic.
And obviously we already have the great Adam Bush. We have Anthony Cumia, used to be on a show called The Opie and Anthony Show. We're going to have Missy, Jenny, Chrissy, producer Chris is going to be there. We might even pull some other special guests out of our asses. It's very possible. So get your tickets, WTPlive.com. Check us out live September 5th at 7:30 p.m.
Who are these podcasts? WATP.
Hosted by Heather Nielsen, and I'll read you a one-sentence description of the show. Fight the Beast provides help to heal pornography, masturbation, and sexual addictions. I went back and watched a show about relapsing. You know, when you stop jerking it.
We watched the same one.
Oh, is that the one you checked out too?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so this is about a month ago that Heather put this episode out, and she explains how you know if you've relapsed.
What constitutes as a relapse when you're doing porn or sexual addiction recovery or NoFap? Let's dig into it.
Gee, it seems pretty cut and dry to me. Well, if you're doing porn recovery, I guess it'd be like watching porn. And if it's NoFap, it'd be like fapping, be my guess.
I wonder if she's made more than one episode about this, because this does not look like the one that I watched.
Oh, all the episodes are about the same.
Yeah, right.
So this is the answer to that question.
The short answer to this question is ultimately whatever you think is a relapse.
Oh, so I was right then.
Yeah.
So it's watching porn and jerking off. All right, cool. Well,
In that case, I've never relapsed.
well, I don't know why I need this program if she's going to be like, do you want me to tell you what it is? It's whatever you think it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Do I need to watch more of this? I will. Let's give an example of what this might be.
So let's say your goal is to not masturbate and you do masturbate. Obviously, that's a relapse.
Onto a guy?
Jesus Christ. That was the worst example. I'm learning so much now. She really does spell it out, doesn't she? It's not that fancy mumbo jumbo that you hear from other self-help gurus. She just says it like it is. I'm going to play a couple more clips from this.
Yeah.
Because it's just so rapid fire. The way she edits her show, it's just, she gets out like one sentence at a time, and then it's a cut to the next sentence, and it just kind of goes and goes and goes. And so this I am perplexed by.
Or if you're quitting porn, maybe you don't look at a sex video, but you find yourself watching things on Instagram that are pretty close to it.
There's things that are pretty close to porn on Instagram? I usually remember when feeds like mine, just skateboarding and cute animals, no?
You could jerk off to that.
I'd be upset with myself if I did.
AI just keeps creating these sexy cats. I don't know what that... It's pretty close to pornography.
So this Heather woman, a little background on her. She saved herself from marriage. She got married when she was 18 and then quickly divorced. And then again, no sex, found another man, got married, and then divorced. She's twice divorced. She's like 30 or 31 years old. And what we're watching right now, she has been celibate for 6 years at this time. And so she is a coach and a teacher who helps you also never nut. She's the professor never nut butter.
Boring.
Yeah, it's
Twice
weird.
divorced, you say?
Twice divorced. And this, I'm like, what is she doing? Why is she doing this? And then we find out.
One of the most important factors in successful recovery is writing these things down. If you want to be successful and avoid relapses, you have to have a written game plan. So if you are not in the online course or you don't have a copy of the book yet, I recommend that you start that program so that you can have all of these boundaries and goals written out for yourself so that there's no gray area and you can stay more disciplined and focused in the process.
Okay. So I guess in order to write down goals, I have to purchase a book. Can I just write down goals on a piece of paper I've laid around or a notebook or something that I find?
And she does seem to cannibalize her own material. Like, how much can you talk about this one book? So we talked about it once. Let's talk about it again. Let's talk about it again. And in my clip 5, that's pretty much the same sentiment.
I recommend recommend having that written down. You know, telling yourself 2 seconds of looking, 2 seconds counts. You know, if I don't immediately swipe, I'm going to count it as a relapse. But you have to set that line for yourself, set that boundary.
So you need to write down what counts as relapsing when you're doom scrolling on Instagram. Like if you watch a big-titted woman on there for too long, then you've relapsed.
Okay.
And because you wrote that down and said that counts as relapsing. And I found this in Carl's office. It said, Devil's Three-Way, that's gay. And it's a picture. It looks like the Ghostbusters symbol, but it's a dick with a line through it.
Yes.
That's your line?
That's what I wrote down for myself.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny you say that 2 seconds rule because she was very specific with this example.
Now, the really easy answer for relapse on pornography is if you're looking at nudity for sexual gratification, whether it's a video, whether it's pictures, whether it's very, very close to nudity, if you're doing it for sexual gratification, that's a relapse. If there was a pop-up and you immediately closed it, that doesn't count.
Oh, okay, good. If you immediately close the pop-up, that doesn't count. So I guess 2 seconds is where we have to get to in order to write it down.
If it pops up and you go, I don't want to see that internet, and you close it, then that's a victory. But if it pops up and you're like, ooh, what's this all about? I don't I don't have time for the big tits, but now I'm obsessed with big tits.
It's not my fault. It popped up in front of me. I wasn't even looking for this shit.
Yeah, then you failed.
Well, this is something I've never had this problem before.
But if you are just so backed up that you accidentally release due to any of the crazy circumstances that can happen as a man, whether it's in your sleep or it was in the morning or it just happened or stuff just happens sometimes. Yeah. I've heard some crazy stories. And if it's any one of those, it accidentally just happened, that wouldn't count as a relapse as long as you didn't intentionally do anything mentally or physically to bring that on.
Accidental Release would be a good band name. Yeah. An accidental release? I want to start doing that.
Because you're so backed up.
Yes. What is she talking about here?
I think of Randy Marsh when he was forced to quit porn because no one could log on.
Yeah.
Well, I just keep putting water into this water balloon. Everything's going to be fine, right?
Yeah.
Until the mail lady shows up and asks me to sign for this. And then I accidentally release.
Sorry, ma'am.
All right, what else do you have, Andy, that's her giving us a useful advice for not touching ourselves?
Well, you can't, it's not just about not ejaculating. It's about not even being hard. And in clip 6, I call this, what's the deal with edging?
Now let's talk about edging a little bit because we get a lot of questions about edging. Edging is basically the idea of touching yourself a little bit but not climaxing, not finishing. It's a really dangerous habit that I highly recommend you don't do. The reason is it's going to create more arousal, which arousal creates semen production, which creates pressure, which creates urges, tension, and can cause problems with your equipment, so to speak.
All this talk is making me hot.
Yeah, it's actually not all that bad. So the thing that we haven't pointed out yet is how attractive this woman is.
Yeah.
She's a smoke show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm watching this. I'm going, well, you're telling people not to have sex? I think someone else should be giving this message.
Yeah, or at least wear a mud mask and curlers.
Yeah. She's looking really fucking good.
Yeah, keep telling me not to edge, and could you also tell me how small my dick is? And like there's certain people that are into this.
Yeah. So then, I guess she had an epiphany. So she's a very religious woman. That's why she had this thing where no sex until marriage, and she even talks about not even making out with guys. It's the craziest thing. And I guess. So that episode's actually a little over a month ago. 1 month ago, she decided to end her celibacy. And she explains that.
Today's the day, I guess. The day I share why I ended 6 years of celibacy. Uncomfortably revealing that to a lot of people. And sharing with you what I've personally learned from 5 years of coaching men in porn and sexual addiction recovery. When I tell you I don't want to be making this video, I don't want to be making this video. But as a teacher, a coach, and an influencer, I feel like it's my responsibility to be authentic and to share what I really feel. There are things in my book that I disagree with now, and I need to address that. The problem is I can't do that without sharing personal information that I don't really want people in my personal life to hear. So if you happen to know me personally, maybe move along.
I just found out about this book, and now I hear it's chock full of lies.
Yeah.
I'm not going to purchase it then.
I thought there was help for somebody like me.
Yeah, what the fuck? What kind of self-help person comes out and just goes, yeah, that book I wrote, oh, boy, that was really off.
What you want to do is buy this book.
Yeah, now I got to figure it out. In this book that's called Diddle Yourself from Time to Time.
It's such a crazy tack to take as well. When you look at the animal kingdom and just monkeys jacking it at the zoo.
Keep talking.
And whatever, dogs humping inanimate objects.
Slower.
There's a sex drive that's built into biological people. And to think that your book is going to convince people to shut it down is so arrogant and wrong-headed.
Well, it is, and she did realize that, which is nice, but there was a reason why she felt that way.
As you may know, I come from a strong religious background where I literally did nothing sexually wrong. No sleeping around, no fooling around, no touching outside of marriage for 30 years. I never even masturbated or watched porn in my entire life.
I don't like that she says 30 years there. You know, it's like, yeah, well, you definitely shouldn't be sleeping around when you're 8. Let's not count that.
How old is she?
She's like 30.
Yeah. Right, yeah. When I was 0,
Yeah, right. I was pretty good about it, too.
Yeah. I utilitarian let my husband mount me, and I did my wifely duties so that I could he could father a son and then leave me because it's just like the only time we have sex is if we're going to have a kid. Who would sign up for that?
Another religious freak is who would sign up for that, I would imagine. Although she is pretty hot. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe
wait till we get to the latest video.
Well, listen to this.
Well, that marriage ended a few years later. And this time I thought, maybe it was the making out. And I decided not to even kiss until I was engaged. Well, I learned you shouldn't trust men, and I ended up getting engaged a little faster than you probably should. Got remarried, and then divorced again.
How do you engage with a girl you've never even kissed? That's insane.
I don't know.
I'm not going to make out with you until we get engaged. Like, fuck, I guess I'll go buy a ring then. Jesus.
Yeah, I know.
Turns out she doesn't know how to kiss.
Yeah, right. Oh, you don't make out? I bet you're really good at it.
You're right. So she talks about her celibacy here.
And that was the start of my 6 years of celibacy. And I literally did nothing except a few makeouts. At first it was difficult, but it got easier and eventually it just felt normal. I didn't date a whole lot, and what I did do was mostly long distance, so it also made it easier. In that time, I founded my organization, Fight the Beast, and wrote a book about porn and sexual addiction and learning to basically conquer those urges and live in monk mode. But as the years of coaching went on, I started to realize I don't really think this is super healthy for men.
Oh, yeah, do you think? You think guys not ejaculating for years is probably unhealthy? Jesus Christ.
I keep snapping at all my coworkers. I got fired 5 times.
I've murdered 4 people.
It's like if I wrote a book about recovering from heroin. I've never done it.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like a good idea.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'll just tell other people, just like, just push through it. You're not going to feel great for a few days, but you'll get there. It's
Fight
fine.
the urge.
Fight the urge.
That's the name of the book.
All right, so she realizes it's not healthy for men to go into monk mode and not do anything. And she did...
Because priests and religious people have never,
Oh, yeah, no, it always works out
done
really,
awful things
it always
based on
works
their
out really
repressed
well.
urges.
Yeah. But really, what it all comes back to is just the guilt, the religious guilt.
And I started to feel almost a little bit of guilt. Maybe I'm wrong about this.
You felt guilty for telling guys not to jerk off? Yeah, you should. That's a very mean thing to do to people. You're a very cruel woman, if I'm being honest. And so she finally diddled herself the other day. Listen to this.
Now, one of the immediate effects that I noticed was my health, and it dramatically changed for the better. Problems I had been having for 6 years disappeared almost overnight. And quite frankly, that led me to the conclusion of I will never go without this in my life ever again. If my body and my mind and my spirit are all aligned and responding positively to something, that is as close as I'm going to get to truth. And my uterus said, no more abstinence. And so that led me to masturbation.
And my vagina said no more dryness.
Yeah. Wow, what a journey you were on right there. Is this person insane?
Yeah.
Hopefully.
She's built this entire career. Like, she coaches people, she has clients, she talks about it, all about not touching herself. She's just like, by the way, I just touched myself. It's fucking great.
Yeah.
listen to what she learned.
And what did I learn from that? Well, I learned that most of my partners had no idea what they were doing. It actually wasn't as difficult as I thought. And in a way that boosted my confidence and made me feel a lot better about myself. I'm still low-key against toys. Maybe that'll change someday. I don't know. But in these experiences, I decided, look, if I can do it myself, cool. If I can't, call it quits.
Yeah, baby steps on the toys. We're not going to get to the butt plugs just yet. Give it a minute.
Turns out guys that you never allow to go down on you are bad at going down on you.
Yeah.
You haven't given them any opportunity to get good at it.
She goes, most of my partners were terrible. She's had 2 husbands.
Yeah.
So what is she talking
That you wouldn't
about?
let fuck you.
Right. Yeah, that's kind of what you to expect, actually.
There's this older movie called Pleasantville. Have you ever heard of it? It's William H. Macy, isn't it? And the whole movie's in black and white.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody's just, it's all button up and Leave It to Beaver because nobody's jerking off. And then I think it's Reese Witherspoon gets into this Leave It to Beaver television show and starts blowing the whole basketball team. And suddenly the movie's in color because everybody's coming and it's changing their lives.
Reese Witherspoon kind of have that effect.
Yeah. And that's what's happening to this woman.
Yeah.
Who kind of looks like Reese Witherspoon, by the way.
It's incredible that she finally diddled herself and then realized the error of her ways, and now she feels bad
I
about
stopped
it.
beating my kids.
I know a lot of people look up to me morally and spiritually and expect me to guide them through abstinence and monk mode, but I feel like I just can't do that anymore. Instead, I want to focus on healthy sexuality, both with yourself and others.
Instead, I want to jack it on the internet.
Spunk mode.
So she goes 6 years never touching herself and teaching other people to never touch themselves. And then she does it, and she goes, well, this is actually really good, and I feel better. My health has improved. She actually went through a list of things that helped her with her arthritis and all sorts of shit. It's like, yeah, you're supposed to do this kind of thing. And fast forward 2 weeks after this, and listen to what she's up to already.
After 5 years of teaching porn and sexual addiction recovery, I created and launched an OnlyFans. That decision has hurt a lot of people tremendously. People have told me that they had panic attacks, that they've cried, that they felt sick, that they were shaking, and I feel
He started edging.
terrible about that. But I need you to trust me in a way. Understand that this decision was made very, very carefully.
Really?
The people who are shaking are just like, I get to see you naked finally? Yes! Did anybody look up her OnlyFans?
Honestly, I did, but it wanted you to put in a card number, and I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
But I did wanted to see, like...
I probably could have done it. It would have been a business write-off. I should have, actually, now I think about it. Well, we can always do a post mortem on this one.
Yeah. I just saw that whatever the title page is, like, sitting there in some kind of, like, red nighty...
Is this fucking crazy? This woman wrote a book and had online courses about not touching yourself. Fast forward, she's got an OnlyFans account.
This is a fucking grift, and we'll get into why, but...
It's OnlyFans. It's not a grift, unless you're not giving people what they pay for.
Well, let's find out.
This is like when Striper became satanic.
Yeah, right. When they got cool. This lady just got cool. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
She's giving back.
She's still selling the older method. She's like, if this is working for you and you like never feeling good, then keep doing that.
It's like Cumtown. They leave their Patreon up. They're like, we're not going to do any more new episodes. We want to keep giving us money. We'll take it. You're just like, yeah, fine, why not? You want to hand over some money? So yeah, this is why she's making the news right here is because we are now 10 days into her OnlyFans as of today. So this all just happened. But let's find out why she had to create an OnlyFans account after being against porn for all that time.
But the last 5 years have changed me, and the first rule of survival is adaptability. We are in a new world, and we are playing new games. And if I want to truly help people heal in a world gone crazy, I have to be willing to change.
It's the world's fault. Which is society's fault. That's a good question in the chat. Blurred or unblurred butthole? See, this is the research I needed to do, and I let you down. I apologize for that. Andy, you watch what? The most recent episode where she was talking about her OnlyFans?
Correct. She's been on there for 10 days, and she's learned so much. So what are the big takeaways from having your own OnlyFans channel? In clip 2, this is, what OnlyFans is actually all about.
Which was my whole point in doing this, by the way. I'm about 10 days into this content creation journey. What's really interesting is, first of all, OnlyFans is about the connection. There's free butt pictures all over the freaking internet.
There are.
OnlyFans is a lot more about connection. People want to talk to you. They want to get to know you as a creator. They want to feel like they have a relationship with you.
Yeah, that's not good. That's a parasocial relationship.
Yeah, I know.
That's actually worse than jerking off to strangers, to be honest with you, because you're going to fuck up some guy's head with that.
Oh, yeah.
Right. I thought it was about unfuckable losers getting to look at your butthole, but apparently it's about connection.
It's not always about you, Andy.
Yeah.
Stop making it about yourself.
And the clip that got lost in the mail was her saying, oh, so many more people are paying attention to me now because more people care about what I'm doing on OnlyFans than recovering from what I'm doing on OnlyFans.
You don't say.
Yeah, so...
Go figure.
Right, so she's cracked the code, but it seems like what she's doing is letting you show up with your pants off and then saying, why you got your pants off?
Oh, no, is she scolding people?
It's kind of, sort of, but... let's hear in clip 3. If you're going to OnlyFans for recovery...
Like, everyone has a reason for being on there. It's not like we have a bunch of people that are just sitting around hating themselves. Now, are there people that might get on and then feel guilty? Yes, but I actually am having recovery conversations with those people. So the people that feel like that's not what they want for their life, they're open about that.
What are you talking about? She's like, a lot of my clients who I was telling not to touch themselves are now going on my OnlyFans and touching themselves, and they feel good about it. I'm like, great. Still giving me money?
I'm a hero.
Yeah, right. Problem solved. That problem I created, I just solved it for you.
And I mean, some people are on there feeling bad about themselves, and some people are there for recovery, and some people are just spamming in the chat, stick a finger in your ass, stick a finger in your ass, stick a finger in your ass.
And Bill, I'm not going to stick a finger in my ass. I told you that.
It's like not what people go to OnlyFans for.
Well, unfortunately, she fought the hard fight against the porn industry, but she did not win it.
The first one is that the porn industry simply isn't going away. We can't go back in time. There's no getting rid of this. We can only learn to adapt. Most people have already had their brains significantly rewired through multiple partners, a lot of porn consumption, and there's just no going back. It would be great if we were all virgins when we married our high school sweethearts or our first college boyfriend, girlfriend, and we lived happily ever after, but that's just not the case anymore.
Why would that be great? You tried that. It failed miserably. You got a divorce and then you got another divorce. Why she like, wouldn't it be great if we all were virgins until we got married? No, that actually didn't work out well. Remember?
Yeah.
I like, though, the idea that the porn industry, there's no going back. You can't beat them, join them.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a good motto to have in life.
Well, and that is what she's saying.
Yes.
I watched another video that I didn't clip because I had so many fucking clips where she's talking about, well, there's some kinks that are maybe not so healthy. So what I'm going to try and do is rewire your brain to be into a more healthy kind of kink over here, instead of spitting on buttholes. Yeah. Maybe you can listen to me pump up your self-esteem while I'm spitting on a butthole. It's like
you got to like what she likes.
She thinks she's reinventing the wheel. In clip 4, she thinks that she's like a respectable version of what people are doing on OnlyFans.
Mm.
So that's one of the things I guess I didn't realize about the porn industry is it's not like I'm hypnotizing people and forcing them on there. No, they're seeking connection, and they're seeking connection from a person that they like and can, hopefully respect. Hopefully, I think people respect me slightly more than the average chick on there, but
they don't.
You hear that, Keanu?
Yeah.
Shots fired.
I'm sorry, but just because you have an OnlyFans account doesn't mean you're an expert on the porn industry.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
I would say 10 days in, you know nothing about it. Right? You got a lot to learn.
And then when you guys were saying, "Oh, she's had look at these ears and like this T-shirt, this look,"
I'm okay with that.
If I opened up OnlyFans, then I would scroll to the next one.
I would not complain about those ears for
Yeah,
one
I would just hold on to those ears. Let's go, Dumbo.
Handlebars.
Can I ride Dumbo tonight? All right. Well, yes, she does not want to be judged. Obviously, she wants to be respected, and she talks about that. Oh, does she though? Yes, she does.
Don't shame me for what I'm doing. If you don't like it, don't participate. But don't make me the villain.
How easy is that, huh? You just tell people how to live their lives all this time, and then you go completely 180 on it. And you're just like, whatever, man.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
You do you.
Yeah, like, no, you were the one telling me how to live my life now, and now I'm not allowed to. What?
Yeah.
So this is why she made the move. Aside from realizing that masturbating's fun, I think this is a big reason why she made the move.
Everyone always asks, how often do your clients fall for you? How often do they develop emotional attachments? Too often, okay? That's the honest answer. I didn't want to face it before. I didn't want to accept it. We all knew it was true from the very beginning. It's painful. It makes me sad.
All right, so it turns out that these people she was trying to help who masturbate too much were like falling in love with her because they don't get attention from pretty girls. And they're paying this woman for attention. And she went, I wonder if I could get those same losers who are super pathetic to follow me over to OnlyFans.
And I've gotten off calls and just wanted to cry because I tried to be strong on the call and I was like, no, keep going. Like, don't do anything. Like, you got this. And just knowing that, like, they're dying inside because their biology, their soul, their spirit craves that feminine beauty, craves that feminine love, and there's no one to give it to them.
Oh, she is cuckoo bananas. I am in love.
I know. I didn't like the version of her that doesn't have sex and doesn't do anything. This version I'm actually enjoying now.
Yeah.
She seems like a good time.
Yeah, she should dress up like a nun.
Or Catholic schoolgirl, maybe.
In my clip 5, it turns out she's a hooker with a heart of gold.
I'm honestly really loving it because it does actually provide some connection for me. For me, it's not just a cash grab. Like, if you were on any of my live streams, you'd see that I'm like, literally, please do not tip. Like, you're tipping too much. Stop. And I'm not there to hustle people.
Reverse
I don't
psychology.
think that I'm doing it in some like dark, creepy way. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like the way I'm doing it is just fundamentally different. And you guys can be like, oh, no, she's taking her clothes off. Okay.
I've reinvented diddling myself on OnlyFans.
That's so dumb right there. And I even tell people not to tip me so much money. Wow. You really are one of the good ones.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah. Tip less. I'll keep jerking off. It's okay.
Such bullshit right there. So you're a prostitute now? Yeah, but I don't charge very much.
Yeah.
So you're a stupid prostitute.
Yeah. How is that better? That's actually worse.
Yes.
I would hope you'd make a ton of money on OnlyFans. You're a very attractive woman. With like 6,000 subs on YouTube, I should point out. It's not like a wildly popular channel talking about not jerking off.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to get more popular.
People don't want to hear about that?
It's probably going to get more popular now, especially with this message.
I love men. I love sexuality. I love masculinity. And while I don't think that masturbating to porn is the right path for any man, I also don't see it as maybe the end of the world anymore.
Oh, so for $12.99 a month, it cannot be the end of the world anymore. Good to know.
Believe me, most men would prefer to get their dick sucked by a woman and not have to masturbate and be addicted to masturbating. So if you want to offer that service, so you'd probably be very successful as well.
That would be very helpful for the whole world, honestly. Heather,
yeah.
let's talk about that. I'll be your agent, aka pimp. What else you talk about in the most recent episode, Andy?
The chat and her old guard of people that were on board with the previous messaging being upset with what she's doing now in clip 7. This is owning the DM haters.
I ask almost every guy that DMs me, like, when was the last time you relapsed? When was the last time you watched adult content?
Oh, baby, I'm relapsing right
3
now.
days ago. Oh, so 3 days ago you wanted this.
Shit, so she's shaming them when they go, what the fuck? Now you're diddling yourself on OnlyFans? She's like, yeah, well, I bet you are jerking off too. Or they're like, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah. What, you're jerking off? We're all jerking off here. What's the problem? Just a bunch of jerk offs. So that's why clip 8 is called Hypocrisy Police.
Okay.
Here's the thing, the men who don't watch are like, I don't know if I agree with that girl's choices, but whatever, doesn't affect me. And the men who are watching are either supportive or super angry because they're like, oh, what a whore, you're a horrible person. Dude, like, be real. You're watching this stuff too, you're interacting with it too. That's why you're so angry.
Jesus, she's already at the moral high ground somehow.
I know.
How'd you pull that off?
I know. Rewind to the last 3 years of your life where you're
Yeah.
telling every fucking guy on the internet that they were horrible people for beating off.
I haven't seen a spin like this since Aaron Ibholt's show. Like, wow, how did we get here so quickly? This would be, it'd be amazing if like your AA sponsor one day is just like, we can crack a couple beers during the game though.
Yeah, right.
I mean, like, what's the harm in 3 beers during a football game, right? Come on, Carl, get over here. It's so bizarre. But you told me it was but you said, but I thought, and I had the workbook, and I wrote down my goals. You lied to me.
Well, in clip 10, it turns out it was a very intelligent marketing strategy.
My highest click-through rate video of all time is the one that just went viral on Recovery Coach to OF. Most of my click-through rates on my recovery-focused videos are like 2%. That one, when I just checked it, 23% of viewers on that video are clicking on that freaking link. It just says to me, like, what the society has come to, what people feel like they need in their life. Porn is a symptom of a need.
No one told me there was going to be posting.
What a bitch.
It's like that meme of the guy looking at the 2 buttons, and one says, never jerk off, and the other one says, go to OnlyFans. And it's like, what are you going to press? Of course the click-through rate on going to OnlyFans is higher than the link to your book about never jerking off.
It turns out I'm even better at playing with myself than I was at not playing with myself. You don't say. Good for you. I would think if I just started
Jerking off?
And I'm like 2.5 weeks into it,
Okay.
I wouldn't think I'd be like, I gotta get a webcam in here.
Yeah. I think I'm the best at this.
Yeah, people gotta see what I'm up to. I've gotten really good at this thing that I'm doing.
Who are these podcasts?